Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel where we use tarot to gain better insight into ourselves and the world around us. So today we're going to be doing a Three of Wands hairstyle, basically doing our hair to tap into the beautiful energy of the Three of Wands, which talks all about horizons, the future, getting things into alignment. So yeah, this is how we started. It's a lot of hair. We're just going to tackle it in pieces. That's the smart thing to do, especially when you're naturally curly. So to catch you up to speed, I sectioned off half of my hair horizontally. The top half is still in a bun, and then the back half I left down. I also split that in half vertically. And then this last section, I also split in half horizontally again. So basically I'm kind of working in eighths. And I'm using aloe vera juice to refresh my hair. I usually will use water, but I've kind of been liking aloe juice as well. Not the gel, the juice. It's liquidy like water, but it also just naturally hydrates the hair. And I'm using this to detangle and literally getting it wet. Like you're gonna see the curls kind of start to be a little easier to detangle. Maybe. I have this in 4x speed, so maybe not. Later on, you're going to see me go over this same section with Aunt Jackie's curl cream. It's some type of leave-in. I'll have everything linked in the description box, you guys, because that's not really what this video is for. But it was Aunt Jackie's buttercream. So I'm basically going to do this to the whole back half section of my hair just to get it re-moisturized, but this part will be staying down. So while we have a little bit of time, let's talk about the beautiful energy of the Three of Wands. Around this time, Three of Wands energy was all around me, and it still kind of is. This wasn't that long ago, maybe about a month or so, but it was everywhere, and it's all about horizons in the future. I tend to think of it as lining up past, present, future, and really allowing all of those energies to work together to get you to where you want to be. So often we focus on the future, or maybe what we can do in the present to get us to the future, but the past is also relevant here. I do believe in spiritual deposits. I do believe that the more time you spend mastering and perfecting something, the better your chance of being successful at that thing. Like, you can only try for so long before it has to work, it has to hit. I can't speak for everyone, but I can definitely speak for myself when I say that the energy of the Three of Wands has been challenging for me before I even really understood or conceptualized it this way. I've always kind of had a focus maybe in one place or another, but not really in thinking about all three. So for example, even with my YouTube channel, previously I had a beauty YouTube channel. Then I got rid of that one. I started this one, which is a tarot YouTube channel. And for the longest, I was thinking, this is just supposed to be a spiritual environment. I may come on camera and have my makeup done or have my hair done, but this isn't really the place to do that. And then I, around this time actually, had to ask myself, why not? Why is this not the place to be beautiful and spiritual? And so that's really kind of that Three of Wands energy. Previously, I was trying to release the past energy of my previous YouTube channel and keep beauty out of it. And now I really think I want to integrate beauty from those previous years of my past life in Atlanta. I want to integrate that wisdom with what I'm doing now. Because really, beauty rituals can also be quite spiritual. So let's take a step away from the Three of Wands just for a moment so I can tell you guys what I'm doing. I've now moved to the top half of my hair. It's sectioned off into 3 sections, and I'm going to use the same products, but I do go about this a little differently. So this is the aloe vera juice. I'm using it to detangle this section. I'm also going to go over it with Aunt Jackie's buttercream. And then from there, I'm going to twist this up, just like a 2-strand twist, so that I can then put it into Bantu knots. But while I'm doing this, I'm associating an energy with this particular side or this particular Bantu knot. So, um, this could represent past. Honestly, can't remember which one I did first, but basically, one Bantu knot will represent the past, one will represent the present, and one will represent the future. For me, it made sense that the present was in the middle, but do it however you want to do it. So, yeah. And while I'm thinking about, the associations for each Bantu knot, when I'm working on that Bantu knot, I'm then thinking about, what lesson I want to keep integrated into the future that I want to move into. So I can't remember exactly what intention I put in here that I didn't record it because I didn't want to share that. That's kind of personal. But what I could have done was basically like if this Bantu knot that I'm twisting up right now, if it represented past energy, I could think about the time that I served as a makeup artist, the time that I had a YouTube channel focused on beauty, all of the makeup that I have, and I could just kind of focus on all of the lessons learned around that time and imagine the myriad of ways that those lessons, those skills would be able to advance me toward the future, right? And then I'm about to work on another section, so let's just say that this section represents the future. I could do the same thing, like what future do I want to move into and how does beauty relate to that future? So, if I want to really be a YouTube influencer and do something different with tarot, but something that's also beautiful and kind of ties the two together, I could basically, think about how the past is informing that future. But also like focusing a lot more on the future aspect as well, like what different things I want to see in the future, what different opportunities I want to pop up, how I want to appear, how I want to be, how I want to speak, all of that. Like anything that's not currently showing could be put into that future energy of the Bantu knot. And then of course the present kind of felt like a beautiful way to end the Bantu knot, or in this hairstyle actually. Because number one, it's bigger. It's like the biggest Bantu knot there is. But also, we can't really live in the past or the present. We can do it in our minds, but that's not really where the change happens. It happens in the present. And so I love that the center one, which represents the present for me, was the largest because it gave me a lot more time to focus on what I can do right now. Based off of what I have done and also where I want to go to move myself, I was able to focus on gratitude and just even the idea to film this was very sporadic. I knew I was going to do this hairstyle, but I had no clue that I was going to tie it into my YouTube channel at the time. So really just being able to tap into the energy of the present and be grateful was just a great way to kind of finish off this hairstyle. So you could also say, because there are 3 Bantu knots, or there will be here in a moment, you could also say that this represents 3 of Pentacles energy. So maybe I'll do another video that's kind of like the same hairstyle but focused on 3 of Pentacles. The only difference that I really see with 3 of Wands and 3 of Pentacles is that 3 of Pentacles usually talks about things in the tangible realm. So it'll talk about collaboration in the sense of other people or maybe tools that you have to use to create something or get you to where you want to be. 3 of Wands is more so energetic. So even though I'm conceptualizing it as past, present, and future, that's not like a stagnant definition. That's just how it works for me to think of it in order to really allow it to work in my life in the most useful way. But y'all know, if you know, you know, tarot is not set in stone. We have our general meanings, but then you can kind of associate them with so many different things, just depending on the context. So that is pretty much this hairstyle, how it represents the 3 of Wands for me, how I'm using it in my life. Y'all are going to see a lot of beauty on this channel. You probably already have, because I'm uploading stuff out of order. So anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. I definitely hope this message helped. So actually, I have one thing before we go. I have a couple of questions for you if any of this resonates or seems useful to you. Number one, what aspect, past, present, or future, are you disconnecting from your goals? And number two, how can that particular aspect help you and inform you and advance you towards the future of your dreams? Soul Searchers, with that, I will leave you to it. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys in my next video.